I recently watched Jujutsu Kaisen and holy moly, the animation, the fucking animation. I just wanted to make a video and talk about it a little bit and really talk about where the animation is going in the anime scene. Ever since Mappa came in the anime scene with Attack on Titan, the bar of the animation in anime has gone to its peak. Attack on Titan on its own, when Mappa wasn't animating it, was still pretty peak. The animation was pretty good, the coloring was pretty good, and I personally liked that style more than the Mappa one. But, I know, a hot take, but when Mappa came in and, did the animation and the crazy fight scenes and the fluidity, it just blew my mind because how are you able to replicate and animate like how people are in real life? Just the fluidity and the movements are so lifelike. How is that even possible? For me, the first anime animation that I was blown away was by One Punch Man Season 1. If you guys remember, the Season 1 of One Punch Man was insane. The movements that they had and the fight scenes that they had and the perspective fight scenes that they had was insane to me. Do you guys remember in the first scene when Saitama is having that dream fighting those I forgot, but he's fighting some earthlings or whatever they are called. He's fighting them, and the camera angle and the action and the movement that's happening was so crazy. And when Genos asks Saitama for a one-on-one lesson, the way everything was happening in that sequence, it was just insane to me. Specifically the movements of Genos, like when he does this thing with his hand, like, woo, they're cooking with that shit. And then the whole fight with this guy, I forgot his name. It was so insane to me. Like, that was the first animation in anime that really made me think that holy fucking shit, it can get saucy like that, I'm trying to say. Fast forward to the present time. Lo and behold, we get Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, I'll be super honest with you guys. Like, this might be a hot take, I don't know. But me personally, I'm not a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen's story. I think it's mid. And when I say mid, I'm not trying to say that it's ass. What I mean is that I can sit through it and enjoy it. That's what I mean. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's mid. You know what? Let me just double down and say it with my chest. The story is actually bad. It's bad. I cannot sit through it. If it wasn't for the animation, like, I swear to God, this deserves a separate, standalone video of its own. Talking about how bad the story of Jujutsu Kaisen is and how it gets deadlifted by its animation. Now that that's out of the way, the main carrying deadlifting factor about Jujutsu Kaisen is its animation and its action. That's the only thing that I genuinely care about because Jujutsu Kaisen has one of the best actions, I think, in anime history. I recently watched Season 3, The Culling Games, and oh my god, bro. The animation, the fluidity, and the movements were crazy to me. Like, how can Mappa do that? There were specific scenes when I saw it kind of blew me away. When Yuji is just walking or Yuta is running. Like, these small little things, when I see them, it just, like, rubs me the right way. It just rubs me. It just rubs my spots. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, the good spots. It hits them. I was honestly gonna make a video based on JJK's story, like what happened in season 3. But as I was recording that video, I don't know, I just didn't want to make it because as far as we were talking about the story, like, I mean, it's mid, like, it's not something that, that I really want to talk about. And what I mean by that is, like, holy was it so boring to sit through those episodes where that guy's explaining about how the culling game works. And I saw people fighting about that in the comments that, oh, people are too brain rotted, or, oh, the attention span is, like fucked. Which I partially agree with. But at the same time, you don't want to sit through something that you are not interested in. Like, I do understand it's important with the plot, but me personally, I don't care. Like, that's what I mean by when I'm not, that much of a big fan of the JJK's plot or story. Like, like I'm opening a can of worms. All the JJK fans are gonna come for me, and they're gonna want my head on the pike. They're gonna want my head on the pike. Okay, I'm sorry about that rant. Like, I just had to get that off my chest, because sometimes the JJK fans are so insufferable. Like, it just makes me want to, like a message to the JJK fans. You all can cancel me all you want. It's just an opinion. I'm trying to say, like, why cancel a man for his opinion? I'm trying to say, like, you can cancel me all you want type shit. W tangent. But, the thing that I really want to talk about is the animation and the action. Because I think those are the key points that make you this hooked up on this show. And I think it's a great thing. Like, I personally don't care about fancy effects or the coloring. The main thing for me is the movement. The main thing for me is the fluidity and the realistic movements like humans. That's the main thing to me. But here's the thing with Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, it has everything. It has fancy effects. It has the coloring. It has the fluidity, like, it's everything good that you can imagine, like, holy. And a totally side note, but, gonna say, like, when Takako Uro came on the screen, I also came on the screen. Hey, like, maybe the story in that bad after all. Like, maybe I'm tweaking. I'm trying to say, like, holy, hold on. Like, I'm trying to get to know her, like, her backstory, her lore. But yeah, everything with the animation, like, it just blows my mind. I'd say, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, I can say this confidently, like, with my chest, that Jujutsu Kaisen, as of present time, has the best animation in anime. But when I think about it, there is a specific anime that comes to mind that was actually able to, achieve that level of animation in these modern times. The name of the anime is Supercube. I only watched it for the sake of this viral clip that it had of this animation fighting scene. Like, what the hell? Like, tell me this isn't the best martial arts animation you've seen ever. This is the sole reason that I even gave this anime a chance. Because the story was so bad. It was so bad. Like, I literally stuck through because of the animation. Just because of the animation. And the only good animation that ever happened was in the episode 1 and in episode 7 and 8, I think. And these episodes were the only episodes worth watching. Like, I wouldn't recommend this anime for the sake of story. Like, please don't watch it for the sake of the plot. It's boring as fuck. But the animation, like, if they did more with the animation and if they had budget, like, this would be as good as, not as good as Jujutsu Kaisen, but somewhere around there. If there are any other animations that that are better than JJK, tell me in the comments, because I don't think anything comes close to animation when we're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen in anime. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And until next time, peace.